All right, we're back. We're still on page 174. We're still graphing hyperbolas, and this time we have a slightly different set of given information. Let's see if I can plot these without messing it up, but who knows. So our foci are here. Oh man, I gotta sneeze really bad. Woo! Sorry about that. Our foci are -2, -1, and then our vertices, what? Yeah, -2, -1, and 8, -1. Then our vertices are -1, -1, and 7, -1. There are too many -1s in this, but I guess that's just what happens. Oh no, you know why? It's because we have the vertices and the foci, right? They're on the same line. What line are they on? They're on the same horizontal line at -1. That makes sense. All right, -2, -1. Don't get it wrong. All right, so that's a focus. So remember, it does not go through the focus. And then 8, -1. I'm going to say it again. Remember, the graph does not go through the focus. It goes through the vertex. In this case, we had to plot the foci. So like the temptation will be very strong. Vertex at -1, -1. I'm putting everything at -2. Come on, man. You know what I can do though? I can just cheat. Be like, what do you mean? All right, so there we go. This is a vertex. It's going to go through the vertex. And then 7, -1. It's going to go through this vertex too. All right, so what do we know? We know a bunch of things. We know the center. The center is the midpoint of this or the midpoint of this. You can use either of them, right? So -2 plus 8 is 6, divided by 2 is 3, so 3, -1. So the center is right there. So like, I don't know. I don't always, yeah, I guess I do always put it in the center. I don't know. On the last one, I didn't. Oh, you know why I didn't? Because I already had the asymptote box and I had already drawn the asymptotes, and the asymptotes always intersect at the center. So like I put it in kind of later because that had to happen. Here it's not as simple because I don't know where the co-vertices are yet. So I'm gonna have to work that out. I think since I have the graph, it's graphically pretty easy to figure out that A is going to be 3, and that here, I don't know what it's going to do with that. C is equal to 4. So does that make sense? 3 to 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. That's 4. Am I frustrating to watch? I bet I am. This is 4 and this is 5. And honestly, I'm saying that it's easier graphically. I definitely, almost certainly, might not have made that mistake if I had just done like from -1 to 7 is 8 and half of that is 4. And then from -2 to 8 is 10 and half of that is 5. I'm going back on it. I think that algebraically it's easier to figure them out. Whatever. However you do it. So I actually do need to find the co-vertices first. So I know that c squared is a squared plus b squared because it's basically the Pythagorean theorem. I know a is 4 and c is 5. So 25 equals 16 plus b squared. So b, 3, 4, 5 is going to be 3. So what I can do is hopefully not screw this up. Go 3 up. That's a co-vertex. Not going to be a part of the graph, but gives the graph shape. And that's what's important. And if I go 3 down, I should end up here. Again, not going to be on the graph, but gives it shape. So where does the shape come from? It comes from the asymptote box. So let's sketch that in. So we go through the vertices, and then here, and then here. It's like fight the temptation. It's not, I don't know. I'm not doing a great job here. Well, I'm not doing the worst job, but like, I feel like I definitely missed this. Nice. Okay. So asymptotes, right? The asymptotes are going to be the diagonals of this box. So here, and then I'm going to keep going. So what am I even doing? I'm going over 4 and up 3. Over 4, up 3. 4, 3. I'm aiming there. Go. And then here, if I go down 3, back 4, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, down 3. And aim for that. That's not perfect, but what is, So here, here. All right, so back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm aiming there. And then you just go for it here because it's going to go off anyway. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm aiming here. Okay, so those are my asymptotes. Now I got to graph the actual thing. Fight the urge. It does not go through the focus, right? It's eating the focus. And also, because I just went like this, it's horizontal. X is going to come first in the equation. So let's see. Like here, and then here. I'm going to list all 7 things because that's what a good student would do. So that's what a good student does when they're like learning and they're taking notes. If on a quiz or an assessment of some sort, someone's like, find blank, just find blank. Don't waste your time finding everything. It's not always good to find everything. So let's see if we can do this. So we're going to find 7 things. 1 is going to be the equation, but 2 is the center. And I need to know that before I can actually write the equation. So my center here is 3, negative 1. So 3, negative 1. And then my equation, okay, because it's going like this, x comes first. So it's going to be the quantity, x minus 3 squared minus the quantity, y plus 1 squared equals 1. And then I got to remember what a and b are. So a is 4, which we found graphically, and that turned out to be a poor choice. And then we went back and we kind of did it algebraically. We did it kind of algebraically by finding the distance between -1 and 7, between -1 and 7, dividing by 2. So either way, get it right, unlike me. So 16, and then b is 3, so 9. All right, 3 vertices. So for the vertices, I know that it's horizontal, so I'm going to start at 3, and then I can go 4 in either direction. So it's going to be 3 plus or minus 4, comma, -1. Co-vertices. Okay, so co-vertices are up and down because we're eating a horizontal line. So for co-vertices, we can start at -1 and then go up and down 3. So it's going to be 3, comma, -1 plus or minus 3. Foci. Foci are on the same horizontal line, same line as the vertices. In this case, it's a horizontal line. So it's going to be 3 plus or minus 5, comma, -1. 6 is eccentricity, which is always c over a. So that's going to be c is 5, a is 4. So remember, a always comes first. It's just a lot to remember. It's a hyperbola, so it's minus. When you find c, it's a plus, blah, blah, blah. For the asymptotes, remember what we're doing, or what I do. You're free to know this however you want, right? I mean, you can look at your picture and be like, well, the co-vertices are here, so this must be, the slope must be up b, and then the vertices are here, so over a. So you're going to go up b over a. Totally fine way to do it. I prefer to always do it by changing this to a 0, which effectively changes this to an equal sign, which means I want to bring this over. So I have 9 over 16, and then square root it. So it's going to be y plus 1 equals plus or minus 3/4 x minus 3. So that's how I choose to do it. You can do it however you want, as long as you're getting it, right? That's the key. So I mean, it's really good. When I need to check, I always think about the graph, right? So vertices this way, so a is going this way. A is the change in x, and then b is the change in y. So it's going to be b over a, which in this case gives us 3 over 4. But I like to use the degenerate case instead. Totally up to you. So that's our graph. We found the equation of just everything. I don't know. It didn't say to find anything, but we found everything because we're good. All right, so I'm gonna end this here, come back in the next one and do some problems. So see you there.